Hey, what is up guys? GuitarRock here, welcome back to another Nikke Goddess of Victory video. Guess what? There's a huge update that just came in regarding the co-op shop. Now, this is going to be a very important video, especially for some newer players out there. So let's talk about this, right? Now, for those of you who are not aware, right now in the co-op shop, which is going to be this particular one, right? You can see there's going to be a couple of new items. There's a new currency that's added recently. Previously in the patch notes, you can see they were trying to add this particular currency, which is the rusted bones, right? But there were no items listed right there. So I guess finally this week's co-op shop has been updated. And right now we have the perspective of what this particular item is going to be able to buy. Now, first things first, how do you get rusted bone? Alright, so you can see right now, this is the old co-op currency, the broken core. Every time you do co-op, you are going to be able to get some broken cores, right? So every time you complete the co-op. So right here you can see, for those of you who are not aware, you are able to basically do normal or hard. So you can see this is going to be one of the live streams. So if you completed a co-op, doesn't matter what category it is, you are going to get some broken cores right there. But for rusted bones, that is going to require you to basically participate and get high ranks. This is going to be where it's a little bit controversial. So now, should you do normal or should you do challenge? Because rusted bones scale off which rankings you actually get. So right here you can see, if you guys are not aware, if you are in top 10%, you're gonna get 19,000 rusted bones. And then in the top 30 to 100, you're gonna get 22,000 rusted bones, and even higher you get 25,000. So recently you can see right now I have obtained the co-op ranking event right here. So I was able to end in the top 10% during the last co-op because I was a hardcore player. So that gives me 19,000 rusted bones. So if you are a casual player and you focus on just doing the casual one, the normal mode, instead of the challenge mode, you're not going to be able to end up in top 10%. And it's going to restrict the amount of items that you can buy right here. So let's just first talk about the current stuff right now. So keep in mind that what we are seeing right now in the current co-op is going to be a little bit more, a little bit extra. You can see there are some with this timer right now because we are currently in the process of having a collaboration. So by default, all of this here with the extra timer right here, this wouldn't be here on the regular season, right? We are just going to have everything at the bottom. So the regular stuff, you know, with the broken core, you are still going to buy the gems every single week. Alright, that's going to be your priority. And then of course, you want to buy the core dust and better later depending on which one you need, and also the credits, right? This one I wouldn't prioritize this as much because you get a lot of this. Even for me, if you do your constant missions and stuff, you're going to be able to get a bunch of them, and even then it's going to be less needed because you can just do advice to build up your affinity with your characters. Now let's talk about the rusted bones then. What can we use to buy the rusted bones? There's 3 items right here. Number 1 is going to be this particular thing, the maintenance kit box. This one is going to be a little bit of gacha, a little bit of RNG. You can see right here, percentage is going to be dependent on what you get. 10% to get the elite one, intermediate 20%, beginners maintenance kit is going to be 70%. In my opinion, this one is good for some end game players if you're trying to build up a bunch of characters with dolls. This is used to upgrade your doll level, right? So basically you're going to need this to basically boost all of those, especially with doll is RNG. But this particular item, in my humble opinion, is going to be everybody's first priority. Now this is going to change the perspective of how we play the game, and it is going to fix a major complaint that a lot of veteran players or intermediate players or even beginners have. This is a curated manufacturer arms. Now what is this all about? You can see right here, it is going to give you a selector of a specific equipment box. Alright, so Elysian equipment selection box, or you can basically choose Miscellaneous equipment selection box, or Tetra, or even Pilgrim, or even Abnormal. So I think for a lot of players, this has to be the number 1 priority for you to be able to buy, right? So you have to prioritize this particular one, especially if you are struggling with gears. Now, whether or not you're struggling with gears is going to depend on you. Personally, for me, I don't really struggle with gears. I'm still doing Kraken every single day. But I highly recommend this to be the priority for a lot of players. Now, don't be tricked or don't be fooled, because right now you can see when you get this, it's only 20, right? So if I buy one, right, it only gives me 20 of this. Now what does that mean? You're going to need 200 to be able to use one of these. So it's not as cheap as you think. So you will need to buy this 10 times. Alright, you need to buy this 10 times. You can see right now I can buy 3 times for today, and I can also buy 3 more times from the event, but because right now, like I mentioned, we have this co-op event going on, right? Now the last item that you can buy is going to be the Good Teamwork box. Now what is this? This one, as you can see, is going to give you credits and of course the Ultra Double Boost module. Now if you're building a bunch of gears, you're trying to level up a bunch of gears, this could be the essential one. But for me personally, I don't think this is going to be that useful personally, because I feel like you can use other gears to level up any gears, right? You can use T8, T7, T6. So why do you want to specifically buy this one in particular? The Ultra Boost module, in my opinion, is just not that useful. So I do think that for a lot of players, the priority is you want to buy this particular one, the curated manufacturer arms. This is going to be essential. Now, in case you guys are wondering how it will look like, it's going to look like this particular one, alright, once you get it. So this thing is unique because it's a selector. It's going to be able to allow you to select a specific faction, and then once you select the faction, it's going to be as follows. You can basically now choose which particular item you will be able to get. Now this is a huge game changer for a lot of new players, and for the longest time, a lot of players have been complaining about this particular item. Now, for those of you who are new, you might not be able to aware how significant this is. Every single Nikke in this particular game, we have 4 slots of equipment, right? We get the headpiece, which is the most important for DPS characters because this gives you attack, very high attack. We got the armor, the body piece, we got the gloves, and we got the boots, right? And it is going to be subdivided into multiple different factions. We got Abnormal, Elysian, Tetra, Mycelius, and Pilgrim. So it is going to be randomized when you get from the Anomaly Interception. And also, it's also divided into 3 different categories, right? For supporter, they have their own gears, attacker have their own gears, and defender have their own gears. So right now, I'm in the process of building my Eve, but because Eve is going to be one of the characters that I feel like she is kind of subpar, and the one that I'm a bit lacking is going to be, as you can see, the body piece right here, right? This is going to be for the abnormal gears. Alright, I only have 2 of these left, whereas the other ones I have plenty. So you need a specific body piece, abnormal, attacker gear for her. So once you basically have that, then now you can max the gear and then get it up to the overload status, and then you are able to basically get all of these overload stats, right? That's going to be how you want to build characters. And I'm so glad that now we have the option to basically buy this. So make sure you guys are aware of that, because otherwise your only other option to basically get specific gears is to go to the Anomaly Interception and try to farm a specific one that you need. Alright, for example, like if you're trying to get boots, you need to come here and farm Harvester. Alright, if you're trying to get the headpiece, you need to attack Ultra. If you're trying to get the body piece, you need to farm for Indivilla, and then gloves for the mirror container, and then rocks for Kraken, right, to modify the substats and stuff. But you guys know how it is, right? Especially a lot of you guys who have been playing for a while, it's so hard to get the specific drop that you want, right? Sometimes you might get the gear, but it's not going to be the same faction. You want Tetra gears, but you get Pilgrim instead. Or maybe you want attacker boots, but you got defender boots, right? It's so annoying. And this is going to completely remove the RNG entirely. So make sure you guys are aware of this. Inform everyone that you know that's playing the game. This is going to be extremely huge. Now, there is going to be an issue though, right? Like I mentioned, the bones, the rusted bones right here, is only available to you if you play the co-op hardcore. If you are a casual player, you're not going to be here in 10%. You're going to be here in 30%, 70%, or maybe like at the bottom, right? So you want to consider doing the challenge mode. But the recent one, they literally give you an option. Oh, you can now be a casual player. But no, you want to challenge. You want to enter challenge mode and try to be high rank, because that's the only way you can get the rusted bones. I've done my calculation, because you can buy this every single week, right? If we don't count the current seasonal event with the timer, right? You can only buy everything if you are in the top 30. Alright, 25,000 rusted bones. You're gonna need 25,000 rusted bones to buy everything, every single item, every single week. So for a lot of players, that's not going to be possible. Not everybody can be top 30, right? You have to be like some sort of giga whale to be there. So that means that you have to prioritize your items accordingly. In my opinion, here's how I will rank it, right? I will place this as number 1. This should be your priority. Always focus on buying the curated manufacturer arms. This is going to give you the selector. Extremely useful. Alright, number 2, I feel like this one is going to be slightly more important in my opinion, because the only way you can get this outside of the regular stuff is going to be solo raids and stuff, right? But at least for this one, you don't really need the ultra double boost module as much, because when you farm gears every single day, you're gonna get some extra gears from T8 and stuff. You can basically use those. So I don't think this is going to be the top priority in my opinion. So I feel like that's going to be where I lean. All the players should consider buying the curated manufacturer arms, and also please consider doing challenge mode and try to place yourself in the higher ranks. I saw on Discord there was some drama circulating around, because what is the point of developers giving us the normal and challenge when we are forced to do challenge mode at the end of the day? So I can see that perspective as well. Let me know what you guys think. Alright, this is going to be a huge changes. So now we get gear selector that we can we basically are able to take advantage of. Makes it much easier for you to build your characters, right? So with that being said, that's going to be it for this particular video. I'll be streaming shortly later on doing the Raven pulls. We're going to be doing some testing. If you guys want to tune in, they'll be on twitch.tv/GuitarRock69. Alright, I'll see you guys then if you guys are interested. As per usual, subscribe if you guys haven't already. Give this video a like. I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a nice day. Goodbye.